Welcome back. Activists opposing Kuramkulam nuclear power plant in Tirunelveli district made a fresh appeal that the project be scrapped and sought Chief Minister Jayalalitha's intervention in the matter. The protesters, including children from Idindakarai in the district, vowed to continue their agitation peacefully against the Indo-Russian venture. The children reiterated their radiation fears, insisting that the project would affect local farming and fishing activities. In another scene, thousands of Congress workers in Bhubaneswar clashed with police after trying to storm the assembly building there to demand the resignation of Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik, alleging his involvement in the coal allocation scam. Several protesters as well as 60 policemen have been injured, including a woman officer. The protesters had gathered to demand the resignation of Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik, alleging his involvement in the coal allocation scam.
आज से भुवनेश्वर जो राज्य का राजधानी है वहां से पूरा गांव तक ये जो आंदोलन चलेगा और जब तक हम नवीन पटनायक को उखाड़ के नहीं फेंकेंगे इस जमीन से तब तक ये आंदोलन चलता रहेगा। इन्होंने जो करप्शन किया है, यहाँ पर जो माँ बहन की इज्जत लूट किया है, उन्होंने कोयला स्कैम में सबसे बड़ा हाथ उनका है और ये सारे मुद्दे को लेकर हम रास्ता पर सब उतरे हैं। पूरा पीस मूवमेंट था, कोई कुछ ऐसा नहीं था, लेकिन अचानक हमारा ऊपर उन्होंने चढ़ाव किया, लाठीचार्ज किया, इसलिए उसके बदले में आज सारे कांग्रेस साथी आज उसका जवाब देने के लिए रास्ते पे उतरे हैं।
As we can notice that various Congress leaders at today's meeting in Bhubaneswar are continuing with their old habit of making false allegations against our state government. As the whole nation can see, they are in deep trouble in the Houses of Parliament, both in the Rajya Sabha and in the Lok Sabha, with a number of serious scams.
Moving on, the Prime Minister's office has sent a strong rebuttal to American daily The Washington Post, which has published what has become a controversial article about Manmohan Singh and the UPA. The article says that the Prime Minister's image is that of a dithering bureaucrat presiding over a deeply corrupt government. The Prime Minister's office has described the article as one-sided and described the conduct of the Washington Post as unethical. The letter also says that despite all lines of conversation open, the Post never got in touch with the Prime Minister's office for their version of the story, and that's why it's one-sided. In another scene, senior leaders of various political parties slammed the government for lobbying for an increase in prices of diesel, kerosene and LPG, warning cabinet colleagues that time is running out to avert a fiscal disaster and a sovereign credit downgrade to junk by global ratings agencies. D. Raja lashed out at the government and said that if the government hikes the prices of fuel, then the people of the country would have to face the brunt. The ministers are piling on the pressure now to try and squeeze the price rise through after the current parliament session ends tomorrow and before a round of state elections begin at the end of the year.
Once the session is adjourned, government or the oil marketing companies will go for another hike in the price of diesel, petrol and other petroleum products. And it has become a routine for the Congress-led UPA 2 government. Once the session is over, they will allow the oil marketing companies to hike the price of diesel and petrol. In a situation as it is today in India, any increase in the price of diesel or petrol will lead to further cascading effect on the prices of all essential commodities.
सरकार जब संसद में सच्चाई बताना नहीं चाहती, छुपाना चाहती है, कोलगेट से भागना चाहती है और भ्रष्टाचार पर पर्दा डालना चाहती है और महंगाई करके महंगाई की मार देकर जख्म पर नमक छिड़कने का काम सरकार कर रही है.
Women's group in Karnataka demanding the removal of a High Court judge, Justice K. Bhaktavatsala, who said it was okay for a man to beat his wife as long as he was taking good care of her. He reportedly made the statement while hearing a domestic violence case. Activists have launched an online campaign to demand his removal, and women lawyers have also submitted a memorandum to the Chief Justice asking that all judges be given certain guidelines on how to deal with sensitive cases involving women and children.
Really, I upset because after many stages, the ladies used to knock our doors. Straight away, no woman is till today. Straight away, there is no scope at all to knock the legal door. Many counselings, in their local level, in their family level. After all efforts, last resort is the law. So, and this time we are going to say like this, we are definitely rejecting our right, and indirectly we are insisting once again women should be adjust for everything.
There's a trend that men, they do not want to tolerate women or women coming up. There's an ego problem, maybe with the judges or with others. It's going on. They just want to see. They say that women are like Romans, we are slaves. Once married, you must obey. Once married, take the beatings. Once married, take whatever they scold and live in the same house. Just because they say they are the bread earners. This cannot be tolerated. This is not the age in which we can say that this can be done by a husband for any wife.
Not with any intention. She has done it only humorously. That is, she usually some families, some complaints and all that. On that basis, he has casually spoken about these issues.
Moving on, a college in Andhra Pradesh failed to take any action after video surfaced showing students being kicked and pushed around. Some are seen on camera being ordered to inflate condoms into balloons. The National Institute of Technology says the videos were taken in February this year. Officials say that this was not a case of ragging, but a perverted celebration of a birthday. The videos were broadcast on a local television channel yesterday. The management of the college, however, says that the CD was given to the police, which did not file a case against any student seen because the incident did not involve juniors being exploited by older students. Technically, therefore, this was not a case of ragging, the police said. A young teenager has been found dead at an apartment building where his family lived in West Delhi. Security cameras show the 14-year-old falling from the building in Sector 6 of Dwarka. The police is investigating whether Vaibhav, a class 9 student, jumped off the 8-story building or was pushed by someone. The parents say that he sat through a tuition class till a few minutes before 7 p.m. and at 10 p.m. when the child had not returned home, the family called the police. First, Vaibhav's school bag and shoes were found on the terrace. Then his body was found lying on the ground near the parking lot. Gold crossed the rupees 32,000 mark for the first time in the national capital, driven by increased buying by stockists ahead of the marriage season amid a firming global trend. The precious metal gained rupees 320 to rupees 32,300 per 10 grams. It has gained rupees 1,555 per 10 grams in the last 2 weeks. Another short break now. Stay with us.